Alright, it is time. We are underway. It's the Executioner. It is not real to kick things off, and it looks like he's got an early chase here. The Corrupt, obviously, towards that main building, the 3-gen area. Oh, and a beautiful hit straight through the wall straight away. What a start for Not Real. As he hunts down Spotter. Yeah, he's hunting him down.
Perfect tracking there as he puts the sword in the ground.
His beautiful predictions on point. It's the 4-wall to play. Pallet's already gone down. Oh, and here comes the duration. No, he's not going to hold it. Swatter, the beautiful path into that wall. No way range gets there. Okay, I was going to say I would have jumped out my chair if he managed to get that one. And, Corrupting a pretty dangerous spot. How's that gen layout looking, Brion?
Yeah, it looks like the gens are seriously concentrated toward the main building here. And looks like he's going to quickly find another chase here onto Excise.
Yeah, Excise gonna try and farm some more clips for his montage. Oh, and he does a little bit as he dodges that first attack from Not Real, and now heading towards Shaq. And I think this is a great area for the Survivors to loop. They want to keep away from that 3-gen area because those gens are so concentrated towards the middle.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not just a 3-gen at main. I think that might be a 5-gen of these 2 gens that are concentrated toward the middle, not corrupted. And notably, I want to say that our Executioner here is running double range instead of range duration, so interesting choice there.
Oh, you're right, actually, and that would explain the shot towards the L-wall. I'm so used to seeing the duration one. That caught me off guard. You're right, it's the double range. And so lacking that duration, has to go early, but it's not going to matter. Not Real does get caught out. Oh, and the Bolt Life just about gets away. Yeah, that had to be life there. Look at the distance they've just made. And yeah, so the lack of duration almost came back to by Not Real. But it gets the hit anyway onto Seth, and Swatter with the heal. Not Real, he's done some damage, but it's kind of been reverted as a gen gets done, and no hooks to show for it at the moment.
Yeah, and that's going to be one of the gens broken in the 5-gen, as he does get this down onto the Nia, but he's on the wrong side of the map. There's so many gens over there by the main building, and we can see on the eruption, there's 2 survivors doubling that extremely dangerous gen in the middle area. He's going to get this hook. It is going to be a pain res, but he needs to work a little bit harder to defend this gen side. As you see the survivors, every time they take a hit, they're running straight toward Shaq.
Yeah, I think he just kind of had to... Obviously, he wants to defend this insanely strong area, but the survivors are being very smart, right? They were running away towards Shaq, away from the super dangerous area. They got one of the gens done, but there's still so many more to go in this area. It's crazy. So yeah, Not Real with a... While it's a good setup, it's a difficult task to go and micromanage, and I think in the end he just wanted that bit of pressure so he can safely kick these gens while getting some stages on for himself.
Yeah, the survivors are doing a really good job of vacating this main building area as soon as the pyramid head comes in. So this is really going to come down to, is he able to down somebody in here, or maybe could he get somebody tormented on the Shack side of the map and cage them? But he's going to find another chase onto Excise, who uses the balance landing to get away from the main building, again, toward the bottom of the map.
Yeah, I think that's the theme of what we're going to see here today. Just getting away from main building. You're absolutely spot on. If Not Real gets it down towards that main building, he can basically just like face camp that hook as well as guarding all those gens. So it's absolutely like of paramount importance that these survivors go down towards Shaq. And I think everyone on both teams has realized this now as Excise takes the chase back towards the backside of Shaq. Not Real going for a huge play through the window, and it gets it. Tracked him through that little boarded up window, spotted him. And Excise goes down into the corner of the map. They're Not Real happy about that one.
Yeah, that was an exquisite flick. He predicted Excise's dodge through the wall, and it looks like he's going to be heading for another pain res here.
Yeah, the pain reses are going to be big, kind of delaying this 5-gen. He's protecting it from a distance with these pain reses.
Yeah, and that was not a pain res.
Oh, that was not pain res. You're absolutely spot on. And all these gens are getting done so quickly. That one gets done. Oh, was that 2 pops straight there? Or was that double noise notification? No, I think that was a double noise notification. A little spectator bug there. Oh, and the stun comes through. No M1. Oh, that M1 would have been massive as well. A chance to down them in this area. But we saw that gen on the hill is so almost completed, and Not Real's realizing it. But is it too little, too late to protect this gen?
Yeah, survivors are playing this so well. They're being so efficient on the gens, focusing. I mean, they have absolutely shattered this 5-gen on the cold tower, and I mean, they're playing this so well, making distance away from the pyramid head, and that's what you have to do against this killer that's so strong in the 1v1. If you don't make distance, you're just gonna like fall and chase over and over again, and that's what these survivors have done.
I can't help but feel like, I'm sure the comp players will be ready to correct me, but this kind of 5-gen was almost a blessing in disguise for the survivors because they just were able to run to Shaq's side, and while Not Real was hooking people there, he could maintain no pressure over these gens. Does get down onto iPick here. And Swatter closed, coming in for the flashlight save, GK from Swatter. And I think the survivors are feeling pretty confident at this stage because that 3-gen is broken.
Yeah, and that's another hook onto iPick that's not a pain res. So still 3 stacks of that remaining, and I mean that's really not what you want for Not Real here. I mean, we can't be sure in the spectator client whether there just weren't pain reses there or if he just wanted the quick hook. But he's already going to be finding another chase onto Swatter here. And, I mean, he needs to do something here. The game is quickly slipping out of his grasp as the last gen is popped.
And that's adrenaline straight onto Swatter. No way out. Instantly activated 3 stacks, which I guess is the only saving grace. Not Real's got 3 fresh hooks. But this game has gone so badly, so wrong. We saw the start. He had Corrupt in one of the most concentrated gen things I think I've ever seen around main. About 5 gens so close to each other. But that adrenaline's come through. And it's Not Real going to get 4-man outed here. Is he going to be able to find a kill?
He's got 3 stacks of No Way Out, so he just needs to find a chase, but the survivors are going to be playing an insane stealth game here. If they manage to do that for the duration of the No Way Out, I mean, it's almost over.
Yeah, this could be one of the quickest games of the season. Those gens just absolutely flew. The efficiency from Sequence was second to none, and iPick's been fully healed. The body blocks will be ready. That Exegate is going to become available in a couple of seconds. There it is. That will be started straight away, and Not Real has to... things just going to try and eliminate Swatter here.
Yeah, Exegates are being started now, and I'm assuming that Swatter... Oh, head-on comes in from iPick. Nice play.
Yeah, that's that's rough, and yeah, no way Not Real can confirm this. Gets the range hit, but that door's open, and not going to be able to close the gap in time. 4 survivors there for a heal tech, and that is a happy team escaping. Such a rough setup, but they brought it all the way back and gave us one of the quickest games of the season. We're going to be right back with part 2. What can Scorn do on the survivor side? Because that was a masterful performance from Sequence. We'll catch you guys right back after a short break.
Right, everybody, welcome back, DBDLeague fans, and we are now here with the mirror side of this Executioner set on the Cold Tower. We've got Volga from Sequence playing the Executioner, and he is already going to be finding a chase onto Not Real, the Executioner from the last set.
Yeah, it's a tall order. Sorry, it's a tall order for the survivors, not for Volga. He's got a pretty easy task ahead of him. As gets a cage pretty early on. We'll probably see the hook straight away. TL Wall Mind Games coming in. Great bolt. Laurie was good for that one, and the range attack doesn't come through. Not Real, just skipping away and back towards not quite a 3-gen heavy area as we saw in the last game.
And it looks like Not Real is choosing to stay at the TL wall. That means there must be gens being worked on the other part of the map that Not Real doesn't want to lead his killer into.
Yeah, you're right, and I was surprised that I thought for sure they would have been heading to main, but no, stayed at the TNL walls, and it worked out. Survived without taking a hit, without a scratch on them, and Volga now looking to try and apply some pressure elsewhere. Got the trails onto Not Real, so not all is lost, but just needs to get a little bit start, and we're going to hope they can close this one out with such a fantastic performance from the survivor side.
Yeah, and he's going to find Obi now at this short wall jungle gym. Misses the firecracker. And he's going to be able to drop his sword here at the pallet. And Obi sneaks back to the pallet and drops it on him before he can get off the punishment. And that's a really nice strategy that you can do against Pyramid Head. Obi does take the torment, but Volga is going to leave and try to go for another chase elsewhere.
Yeah, Scorn aren't mussing about here. They said, okay, we didn't have the greatest killer side, but we're going to have a hell of a good survivor side, and they've got a pretty good start. I'm sure there's a lot of gen progress spread across the map. We don't have a big 3-gen setup, so that's not going to kind of have the same effect as it did last time. Almost kind of curse for our Scorn killer. First hit does finally come through onto Karma. He's actually gone round the back of the hill here, and this could be a tricky spot. This could be an early down. Ooh, playing the backside of the hill, wins the mind game, and goes back just in time. The double range again, goes for the shot, Volga does, and Karma just about gets away with it.
Yeah, Karma wins that mind game at the hill, and what you noticed earlier was that Karma pre-dropped the pallet before the chase had even started. Now that might look boring to the untrained eye, but that's actually exactly how you play against Pyramid Head in the top setting, as he finds another hit onto Marlowe, the Kate here, unexpected. We didn't know she was there.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck in that animation lock as you're breaking it down. And that vault is kind of very risky given that, well, Pyramid's got the range, but also that door's already been broken. Coming through, doesn't go for the stun. This should be a hit. Oh, just about. The tippy toes as Marla goes down. Oh, don't tell me that's a beam of save. Please don't be. Oh, no! Volga drops the first one he picks up. And the double blind. Okay, that's just a little bit toxic. They're feeling the anniversary. They're having a good time. As Volga is still looking for that first down.
Incredible flashlight save from Not Real, and that's exactly what you need in a set like this where the win condition is so monstrous.
Yeah, and do the nerves start to creep in now for Volga, as it just seems to be slipping away. It seems like such an easy kind of win condition. 3 fresh hooks is what they've got to match, and this could really be it. Oh, but excellent passing from the Lori, who doubles back, gets the pallet down in a narrow channel, and eventually goes down. And that is a cage survivor. They're not going to get caged from now with Pyramid Heads, as I'm sure you'll be able to confirm, like to cage on the second kind of stage.
Yes, exactly. So I'm assuming that Volga is going to go for a pain res here, but another gen goes in the distance. So which gen is this pain res going to hit?
Yeah, well, it's not even this gen, which is really scary. That means there's an even more progressed gen, because I didn't see the sparks come up for the pain res there. And pop goes the Weasel as well on Volga. A lot of gen slowdown.
From that hook, Volga has received a lot of information, and none of it is reassuring, as he finds another down at the shack onto Marlo, and he's going to slug her and look for more.
Yeah, the Hill's in a really unfortunate position there. The survivors kind of just getting caught out by it. That's got to be balanced landing for sure. It's a Nia, you know they're going to have balanced landing. No, went on top of the hill just to make extra distance and prevent the snowball. But the slug's being in play, and I think Volga wants to camp this one out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Volga camp this one to second and then leave, so that he can potentially have the really quick chop next if he downs the Lori off hook. But he's really got to keep in mind the win condition here. The survivors have been pretty efficient on gens so far, and that pain resin pop kind of told him that survivors, they have more progress elsewhere on the map, so he's gonna have to leave eventually.
Oh, they do, and actually this is that they didn't go second there. Oh, Volga left a little bit too early, I think, because yeah, that's only one stage still on the hook graphic, and the slug's been picked up. It's almost a full reset for the team. I was about to make a comment about how going second is a big advantage for the killer, because you know the win condition you're playing for. You can just kind of camp it out and secure the stages they need. But actually, a full reset's come in, and just when it seemed like Volga had the win condition met, it's all kind of done a flip-flop. And all the M2, the mind game's coming out, and patience from Volga secures the hit onto Obi. And
yeah, I mean, he gets a really nice down on Obi at this pallet, but like, you really hate to see that with the Lori not going to second. He left at the complete wrong time, and I mean, that's changed the course of this game entirely, that Not Real not being on second hook.
It really does. I mean, they need one more fresh hook to tie this. I don't know off the top of my head, but I believe second stage with just one other hook wouldn't be enough. And it's all kind of tense at the moment. This is the calm before the storm, before the snowball comes into play. The survivors kind of know they need to get the save eventually, right? They can't let Obi die on the hook. So
yeah, and the other layer to this is that if anybody that has Torment on them gets caged, that is basically an instant win, because that person can be camped and hit out of the cage instantly for another stage.
I also want to talk about this gen right next to this hook. That gen, we saw how much progress that gen had on it. It got hit with pop and hasn't been repaired since. These survivors, are they going to allow the second stage and hope nothing happens in endgame? That's such a risky strategy. Especially these survivors, they're really smart, right? They're going to know there's a perk missing. Is it no way out or is it no ed? And I'm sure they'll suspect the latter. Lori running in right now. Oh, tries to get it with a body block. Pyramid Head. Oh, with the shame, and Lori. Oh, she gets the hit and gets nothing done for it. You can't go for the trade here because that's going to be the win con for Volga. And Not Real just has to run away with nothing done.
The sprint burst play from Lori, I mean, it almost worked, but Volga sniffed it out and was able to body block that hook, and this is starting to look a little bit dire for Scorn after he managed to block that unhook.
Yeah, and I think surely they have to save, right? 4 stages is too much unless they're doing some elite maths, and because of the fresh hooks differences, it is okay. We might have to go to the analytic desk on that one. But we know, oh, they're coming just in time! What a play, the distraction! The distraction there from Marlowe allows Karma to come in and get the save. Now they have to survive in case. They've got to last. There's still a gen to go. I don't know if they've got adrenaline. Oh, the mind game comes out, but Volga reads it. He reads it, and that might be the read that wins them the game. They get the down, and up Karma goes, and I think that's going to be the win con Met.
Yeah, this is going to be the, I believe, 4th stage for Volga, and I believe that is the WinCon match for Sequence in the Executioner set. As the last gen pops and Noed is now in play. Not that it matters, because that was the 4th stage.
Yeah, and I want to note there, it was Obi with Adrenaline. Obviously, survivors can't have the same multiple perks. Only one perk kind of per match. So it was Obi with Adrenaline, so probably been very difficult for Karma anyway. But yeah, that was so close, and Volga with what you would say is a pretty easy win con on Pyramid Head came so close. These survivors really, really kind of stood up. Yes, they had a rough time with Killer, but Scorn, showed they're not backing down without a fight.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we saw in this set that these survivors are extremely good at countering Pyramid Head on the Cold Tower, so to even get as many stages as Volga did here is a pretty big achievement.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 stages in the end there. And Volga just about, after a shaky start with the flashlight save and everything, Sequence do take the first set. And what are the scores looking like? Have we got the scores for the final thing? Ah, there we go. Sequence with 34, Scorn 25. So it is going to be Sequence with that first set win. And so it's Scorn to try and bring things back on Doctor, which we will see after.
Yep, Scorn is going to need to leave it all on the field here with the Doctor, and we are going to be going to a short break. We will see you guys soon.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is set 2 of the first match of Week 8, Season 8 in DBDLeague, and we've got Excise on the Doctor against, I've got to say, a very strong Scorn side. They had a very tough win condition in the first match, and so almost made it as the survivors, but Volga just about clinched it. But they are up against Excise on Doc, and this is the same Doc who got 8 stages against Eternal. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup between these two here. As we see the first chase onto Not Real straight away. Oh, that's a good shot. I don't think he's going to have the distance for it just yet. But a second one should secure it here. He goes on the short side and yeah, gets hit. Not a lot Not Real could do there. And a good early hit there for Excise.
Yeah, perfectly played at that short loop by Excise. It took him a few shocks to get around there and get enough distance onto the ace, but he made it work in the end. And, I mean, you can see Not Real now scared of how well Excise is playing this Doctor. He pre-drops the pallet and then half towards Shack to see if he can get another drop.
Yeah, that shot came through at the perfect time. Oh, wait, was that a whip? Oh, no, he got in the locker. I didn't even hear it there. I think that must be quick and quiet because I heard no kind of vault unless it's a spectator bug. We will come back to you with that if we see it on later. Actually, yeah, just checking the perks there, that it is quick and quiet for Not Real, so caught me out there. I would have done a 180 and looked for the killer survivor that just spun me. But Excise is much better than me and knows what he's doing as these gens get worked on all the way across the other side of the map.
Yeah, and we're seeing now just how strong Excise is on the Doctor. There's a lot of resources, pallets and windows and such on this bottom side of the map, but Not Real went down without using most of them, just because Excise was so good with the shocks. He's going to use the Static Blast now, doesn't hit anybody at all, as he looks to be wanting to play this hook pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, you're right with the first chase there. You see the power of the 2 add-ons we got. For those of you at home who are unfamiliar with Mr. Doctor, we got Discipline, and I forgot the name of the other add-on, but it increases your area by 4 meters.
I believe that is High Stimulus Electrode.
That's the one. Oh, yeah, you see it right on it. But yeah, and then Discipline, very, very powerful as well. It basically helps you spam shot a little bit faster, as we're seeing a beautiful example there from Excise as he face camps Not Real into second stage.
Yeah, so Excise here looks like he wants to get Not Real into second. Going to be kind of trying to play into his special Noed perk that he's got in his build. Not Real is now going to go to second, and it looks like Excise is now going to hold this hook a little bit more loosely. He still wants to be in range, though, to be able to get back to that unhook if it does come in. And he's going to find Marlowe here at this gen, kind of just bouncing back and forth between the hook and the gens, shocking people whenever he can.
He wants to play for the full kill here. He wants to play for the full 3 stages, 3 for 1, because look at the gen spread around the hook. it's really optimal for him to patrol this, and the survivors are going to come in here. Remember that static blast can deny the rescue. Oh, but beautiful coordination from Scorn. They showed it in the first set, and now they're showing it again with Doctor. Really good coordination from Marlo and Obi teaming up to get that save onto Not Real, and I think Not Real is going to be the target here. No, Excise going for Marlo. There's a short round, does get it in time, and Marlo going down. The power of Doctor there on those short fillers.
Yeah, he's going to take the fresh hook onto Marlo, and I'm surprised there that he played to get the 2 injuries instead of just hitting Not Real off of hook. He is dead on hook and is going to try to be looking to get reset here. Oh, and we see, I think he missed the snap out of it skill check there. We saw him over by main before the static blast came in.
Yeah, it could be a miss, could be some kind of scream, and it's Karma over there. You call that before me, I'm not sure where Not Real is. Oh, but they've been found healing. They're committed to that, surely that means they get it off. They do. Not Real gets the distance, but Obi's in a lot of trouble now. Got that pallet, but that's not a great pallet against Doc. Just gets it down in time. And this forced the break for Excise. That was very, very close there, and I wonder if there are any healing perks which helped just push that one over the edge.
Yeah, Not Real now running for his life at the main building on death hook. And we're going to see if Excise can end this chase quickly. If he can, and he gets the kill onto Not Real, that's going to be pretty bad for the survivors. Oh, but he gets head-on at the back of the main building.
I've got to compliment the coordination from these survivors. What? That was Not Real with the head-on? I guess he didn't want to be heard in the locker, but now you're in chase against the filler pallet against Doc, and you've got a lot of work to do, my son. It's going to be so close, and how on earth do you pull this one around? The head-on, he just revealed himself to Excise, and surely there should be the tunnel out. No, that's just a random screen from Man of Tier 3. But the pallet, as the shot comes in, means they are going down, and that is a kill onto Not Real, and if you're Scorn, you're going to hope these gens are popping right now.
Yeah, another gen does go in the distance. I'm not sure if Excise even knew that Not Real was in that locker. I mean, he came out for the head-on, and then looks like that was, or he did end up getting the pain res off of Not Real, maybe on the first hook, but another gen is going to go in the middle area, and now we're only down to 1. But believe it or not, Excise is still in a hugely strong position because of that last perk that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and I'm sure the survivors will start to realise as soon as they've only seen 3 perks be active from our killer. And yeah, I think the trouble with Not Real there, sorry, is poor Obi gets shocked to death. Oh, doesn't get the M1 axe. The filler pallet connects into it. Beautiful awareness there from Obi, and is actually going to get away a little bit. We'll come back to Not Real as a second. As Excise, is he going to commit to this one? No, he doesn't want to take the long wall. I think that was with the pre-drop. Yeah, because this gen's got so much progress on it. Marlo's going to take away, but is that a distraction? The Karma can sneak in.
He's going to find the injured Marlo. Goes for the grab and gets it on the window.
That grab's massive because Marlo has adrenaline. They can't, like, I'm sure everyone was being nudged around waiting for the pop. And so, by getting grabbed there, they can't use adrenaline. Maybe instead they want to use adrenaline off hook, which is probably the call that came in there from our side.
Yeah, so Excise now, he has this no-ed up on the main building side of the map and is going to be hunting for a fresh hook here.
Yeah, it's a long pallet though, and this one's still up, so Excise has got a lot of work to do still, even with no-ed, even with that extra 4% speed. Oh, but the shot came in at a perfect time, and Karma's going to go down. That's a full survivor, goes straight to engine. Oh, the spin! Yeah, put it in the montage, Excise! You're going to get one back on you, and Karma does go down, so protecting the doors. Oh, I think they're just playing for the one out. I think they're just playing for the one out, and I don't think Obi was hooked to this game. So I think it's going to be 9 stages for Excise.
Obi is just going to leave out the door, and I mean, this is an incredible result for our Doctor. He was able to keep Marlo on the hook all the way until death, and then gets the fresh hook no-ed hit onto Karma. That's going to be another 3 stages, and I mean, all things considered, great job from our Doctor.
Yeah, 3k9 is really, really strong here. And we gotta think about that Not Real play. I guess it's just, you don't want to risk getting grabbed out of the locker there. He bought a lot of time for his team, and we saw the gens did get done. It was just unfortunate the no-ed came in at such a good, well, obviously it's going to come in at the end of the game, but it did a lot of work for Excise. So it could be a misplay, it could just be a calculated risk. But either way, it is 21 to Sequence, 13 to Scorn, and we'll be right back with round 2.
Everybody, welcome back to the second Doctor set of this matchup between Scorn and Sequence, and we are seeing Not Real on the Doctor, already using the Static Blast at the main building, able to find 2 people with that as he hunts for his first survivor. He's got a pretty difficult win condition here, if I do say so myself, Barry.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for Not Real, and we've never seen the Doc so far in Season 8. So it's just kind of interesting to see, and we're just going to let this one play out just a little bit. It's got a... Oh, that actually looks like quite a spicy pre-gen around main again. And will it be a repeat of the first set where we kind of get these survivors just running away from the really strong kind of concentrated gen setup?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it so far, as he's taking chase with Swatter here by the main building as he almost dodges that shock there, takes the Doctor to the short wall jungle gym, hits the window, but he's losing distance rapidly, and this might be the first hit here. Yeah, there we go.
Spot him. He knows his distances, and oh, you actually see the red glow through the wall there. It's helping out Not Real, trying to win this mind game. But yeah, that's what I caught onto that one, and probably just gonna head for the pallet, but a good time shot can prevent that from one from going down. Not Real goes for a second, and oh yeah, just caught him out there. Nicely played from Not Real. Oh, actually, the distance, hold. Oh my gosh, that's so close. It's so close. Water just gets away with it.
I was about to say, great mind game from Not Real is going to result in the down, but then Swatter just made that pallet.
Yeah, the pathing was just exceptional, and not going to make this one, I'm afraid. But goes down on the pallet. Now this is tricky because you can't really pick it because you know so many survivors are going to be around because there are so many gens. But this hook is so important for Not Real because unlike the previous games, we're going to get a hook in the concentrated gen area, and especially on Doctor, this can be massive.
Yeah, and good use of the Static Blast there to check for any survivors that are trying to go for the save. And we see there's actually 2 survivors hovering around this slug, trying to see what they can do. He's actually going to commit pretty far away to chasing this Ada off of the slug.
Yeah, he has to abandon it. Swatter went down on the pallet, and he can't spend all day, you know, sitting around. Swatter's going to be 99 on the pickup. Surprised there's been no pickup just yet, and I don't know if that was comms or whatnot, but the pallet does go down, preventing the immediate trade onto Seth. 3 survivors injured now.
Rather than taking that hook onto Swatter, he went for 2 injures elsewhere and is now going to pick up that chase again onto Swatter.
Yeah, so not bad, especially with Sloppy right in play. You're going to get a lot of mangled, a lot of hemorrhage onto your survivors, and trying to get the bloodlust to try and go around the corner. He really wants this down, but this could cost big time. Yeah, the pallet's been made. Surely you got to take the hit now. Oh, and that's just those hits you don't want, because now both survivors are so easy to be able to make it towards Jack, where there are now no gens.
Yeah, and I mean, Not Real is slowly kicking pallets, depleting resources, but both of the survivors that he hit earlier have already healed, so you can tell Sequence taking this slow, prioritizing resets, which is exactly what you want to do against a killer that has Sloppy like this.
Yeah, looking dark for Scorn now. Oh, the head on, so close! So close, but Seth just goes down in time, and surely we want to get a hook stage now, but the Firecracker just want to get that out of the way, which we do, and that's going to be a hit there. Sloppy applied. And Seth to be the first hopeful pain res.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing that we missed was that 2 gens popped before Not Real was able to get that first pickup. He's now going to take Seth over to the first hook of the game. I'm assuming that's going to be a pain res because he just passed up 3 other hooks and right in front of the main building. That's a great spot for Not Real.
Yeah, I was a little bit scared that body block might be coming in because they went so far for the pain res, but they got away with it, and it's a really good spot, and it's kind of the play you have to make at that point. Swatter's been found out, taking the chase, gets shocked at the perfect time. It's going to try and make it back all the way to the pallet. Oh, and the parking's been so good, goes down on the pallet again, and does the instant pick happen? It would work out, given that all the survivors are so far away. Nice. With a little heal and a little reset, so the Sloppy has been negated, but that's back-to-back pain reses in really good spots for Not Real.
Yeah, he's able to use the Static Blast again to make sure that no survivors are getting ready for that save, and that actually wasn't a pain res there onto Swatter. So must not have had one in range, as he going to move back toward this little 4-gen, 5-gen actually, that he has at main, just like the first set with the Pyramid Head.
Yeah, but unlike the first set, he's had 2 hooks in this kind of area, preventing mass progress on these gens. That was kind of what lost the game for Not Real in the first set on Pyramid Head. And now coming in, oh, they're going to go for the 1-for-1. They are. Seth gets hit, And now how does this one get played out? Because he doesn't want to stretch too far to go to Shaq, but there are 2 survivors here. Surely there's a guaranteed down coming. The pallet doesn't go down! Oh, that was so brave from Swatter there! And again, from Seth, was Shaq pallet already down? Because there was no drop.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm surprised he chose to go on to, actually, both of these players have hooks, so I guess it didn't really matter which one he chose, but Seth and Swatter choosing a really good place to die, which is going to make all the difference here. No pain res available there for Seth, so he's just going to have to hook her over by Shaq and then just leave, because, I mean, there's nothing there to defend.
No, that is true, and he can't defend the hook. But with so many kills he has to get, it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, the survivors are now going to make a huge trek to go and save their teammates, which if he kind of holds his choke point in the middle, because, you know, Doc gets that info, he can maybe secure a little bit, but no, these survivors are right on it. They realise the danger, and Excise is going in.
Yeah, Excise, tier 3 madness here, playing the filler palette, and, I mean, we're not really sure. Is he going to be able to get that unhook onto Seth while being chased?
No, I don't think the oh, what? This is going to be so close. Discipline's going to come into effect. Oh, goes for the hit straight away. And the body block's coming in. Oh, that's exceptional body blocking on the hill there. Really well played. The no balance landing, though. That's going to be a down straight away. Excise almost got another clip for the montage, but goes down right below the hill. And a lot of hits, a lot of damage. But there's 4 survivors up, which means IPIC, this entire time this has been happening, there have been gens getting pushed in the background. This may be too little too late, but not real.
Yeah, that unhook was extremely well played by Sequence. There were so many ways that a situation like that could have gone wrong, but, I mean, the body block from Swatter as the injured ace ran up to the hook was absolutely perfect.
Status block. Static block's going to give a lot of info, and I wouldn't be surprised if this gen up here has got a lot of progress on it. It does indeed. IPIC crouching there, and doesn't bolt off till late, which is going to cost the hit. But I think the hit was kind of guaranteed there anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like IPIC kind of in a bad situation here. Being the one doing main and not having balanced landing, I mean, makes you pretty free food for the killer. I mean, she is obviously going to run down to the bottom side of the map, giving another hook to the Doctor, but again, choosing the correct place to die, which is going to be the most important thing here.
Yeah, notice now, Not Real deciding to go for the... We know this isn't a pain res hook, but going for the hook back towards the kind of area they want to patrol. And I think Not Real, you know, given the layout they've got and the chases they've had, I think they've done a really good job in terms of game plan and just minimizing this damage control. And I'm sure there is a way for them to win this game.
Yeah, Not Real takes the time to kick that main generator, but I mean, he doesn't have any gen kicking perks, so that might not be very effective use of his time. He's going to use the Static Blast now, finds one person over by the shack side of the map, and is he going to opt to play this hook close?
Seth's just sneaking in, and I think at this point I should mention 9 stages will be a win for Scorn. It was 8 stages with Sequence, or is that right? No, I think it was 9 stages with Sequence because they got 3 kills, yeah. It was, so yeah, they're going to need 9 stages to match, and then, what, 10 to take the win.
Yep, because they did get that fresh hook out the door in the last game. And IPIC is going to go to second here.
Yeah, second stage, and the hook stage is just coming in, and the gens aren't coming fast enough, I don't think. That gen in the corner, we don't really have a lot of info on it. We can imagine it's probably got some decent progress. If not, it's going to be a really dire situation for Sequence. Yeah, oh, it's got so much progress, and it's basically done. Oh, thought there might have been 2 players. Oh, there was indeed. Good awareness there from Not Real. Breaks the pallet, and now this chase has got to be quick because that gen at the top of main is close, and there are other gens that can be worked on as well. 4 players alive is so hard for a killer to manage. Oh, and the whiff from Not Real, that's not what you need in this situation. Oh, and loses the mind game as well. That's so much distance, and he has to abandon it. He can't get the chase, he can't get the sloppy, and we're going to have to look for something serious with Noah here because things are looking really dire for Scorn.
Yeah, and I mean, Sequence is going to be looking to complete this last gen, and I really liked the way that they were doubling that corner gen while Seth hovered for the save there. It really kind of messed with Not Real. You could tell he was indecisive about what he wanted to do. Just really good rotations from Sequence.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Healthy. If that hate had come in before, this could all be so different. but it's not just working out. And I do want to clarify, and I was a bit unclear before. 9 stages is a win for Scorn, 8 stages is a win for Sequence because all fresh hooks have been collected here.
Yeah, he's going to continue chasing Swatter here at the pallet gym. He does get the pallet drop, and I mean, every second counts here. That last gen has got to be inching towards completion, and I mean, that will spell the activation of our favorite perk, Noed, and here we go.
It is, but it's Noed on the injured survivor, and you need 3 kills in the same endgame. No way out. Oh, on the swing. You kind of have to go for it at this stage, and I'm sorry, Scorn, this looks like we're not going to game 3. Swatter's done such a fantastic job on this filler. So many chases have actually come here, and Swatter's done really well every time. It's kind of been the MVP for Sequence on the survivor side, and with the slug they just need 2 out. That door's done, and that's going to be the game because all survivors have been fresh hooked, which means 6. We're not going to get an extra 3. This will be the win for Sequence.
Yeah, so there's 1 survivor near the door. Totem is right next to the door. He's choosing to slug Swatter. We're not really sure where iPick is. Whether he's picking up or not. But I mean, as soon as 2 survivors leave out the doors, that is going to be game over in favor of Sequence.
Yeah, I wonder, is this BM or are they playing for like extra points on the scoreboard? I think they're just trying to have some fun here. There's a little bit toxic, I think, from Sequence, as they're just trying to have a little 1v1 with the Noeds, and Not Real's going to remain cool and calm and try and punish it, but I suspect the second 2 players go down, it's going to be an evac. Everyone else leaving the game. Don't want to throw this one. Swatter does go down. But yeah, this is just... this is salt in the wounds. Oh no, it has gone as well.
Yeah, I guess they really just wanted to get rid of that spicy totem. And Swatter is going to get slugged again in main building. Probably going to be the only kill here for Not Real. And really great result from Sequence. They played this set incredibly clean on both sides. And I mean, that's going to be the 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to be fair, with 2 people dead there, actually, it would have been 10 stages, right? So, it wasn't BM, I apologise, Sequence. We got that one all a bit confused. And it's going to be... Yes, it is going to be Scorn losing it out there. They score 33, but Sequence topped them with 35. And that is it. No Hillbilly. Big sad for everyone at home. But luckily for you, we have a fantastic game coming up later. It's Divine Dead versus Master. The campfire chat for that will begin at 8:20 PM Central European time. The game starting at 8:30. And that is all from us. Our first game was cancelled.
Let me remind you, we are going to be going through a caster change. So it's been a pleasure with Barry and myself, but it's going to be Dire Wolf and Hens doing the next game.